Alright.
The Honorable Judge Ty presiding is now in session. Please be seated and come to order. Welcome back to the courtroom, ladies and gentlemen. Next to recap, we studied opening arguments of both Constitution and defense. Then we presented the Constitution's direct use of examination calling for smoking to the board, each as the leader of Mongols, and Mrs. Officer, the Garrison 68. Following each constitution witness the defense was given the opportunity to cross-examine all of the witnesses were called. While each cross-examination, the plaintiff decided to redirect witness. While still going over the few charges which are ineffective administration of empire and uncivilized politics, I would also like to reestablish that we will be following all the rules that take place in the courtroom and behave in a manner that respects the court and others. We will not be tolerating yelling or any close behavior from either side. Your behavior will not take it as important than yours. Being attentive and active listeners and holding. Let's begin with the prosecution tradition for final witness testimony.
Prosecution, are you prepared to call your final witness?
Yeah.
You are, Your Honor.
You are, Your Honor. Prosecution calls Albert to stand.
Hey, now don't sit down. Sit down. Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. I will remind everyone to make sure that we speak nice and loud. When I watch the video, it's very difficult to hear a lot of people. So just encourage you to speak louder than you feel like you need, just to make it easier for our jury, please.
You are Albert, correct?
Correct.
What is your relationship with the Mongols?
I'm related to the Mongols because I am the 37th and last ruler of Baghdad. Before it was conquered and I was slaughtered by the Mongols.
How were you killed by Mongols?
I was killed.
Even louder.
I was killed while wrapped up in a carpet and trampled by horses.
Why were you killed by the Mongols?
I was killed because I resisted giving up my own land because I had lots of advisors with conflicting opinions.
So they forced you to submit because, why?
What can you read? They forced me to submit because I went against them.
Did you decide to submit to the Mongols, or did you decide to try and uphold your own kingdom, even when some of your advisors were conflicted?
I didn't get to decide if I got to submit. I got attacked by the Mongols before I got the chance to respond.
And what did you think of the Mongol government?
I thought that the harsh treatment of conquered peoples and the destruction of cities went against the Islamic culture of governance and scholarship.
You have a second.
What's your opinion on the Mongols' behavior? And what have you heard about the behavior and how they treated people?
Objection. That's feeling. That's an opinion. It doesn't matter his opinion. I can be like, I don't like cheese.
Not feeling.
Yeah, it's an opinion.
On what he heard.
Yeah, an opinion. You ask for an opinion. You have to ask. It doesn't matter what it is. If you ask for an opinion, that's an objection. Because I could be like, I like cheese, and somebody else could be like, I don't like cheese. And I go like, okay, you're I don't like cheese. So I would just like to say that all of this stuff is mostly opinion. People, everybody's definition of barbaric and ineffective are very different. So like, if one of your people were to think that barbaric was like way harsher than like the actual definition of it, like definitely like barbaric, like being barbaric is like a different. Everybody thinks that is something different than other people. So all of this can be thought of as opinions, but we have to treat it as fact. Yeah, but
And plus, this is not just an opinion, but it's based on things that we've heard, said, and things that we've seen.
Make sure you're addressing the judge and not each other.
Your Honor, this is an opinion, and so if I say I like cheese and you say you don't like cheese, and I think you're guilty because you don't like cheese, well then that doesn't make sense. Which is why my objection should be sustained. Thank
But
you.
Your Honor, it's because, for example, our new system, he's basing his opinion on the info. For example, if he said you like cheese as stated, if she just said she liked cheese because that's just something made by her own personal ideas and thoughts. But our new system's opinion would be based on stuff that he heard, seen, and talked, heard, seen, and stuff that the Mongols have done.
It's still an opinion. It's still about how he feels and what he thinks. It's not a fact, and it can't be used as factual evidence. Thank you, Your Honor.
I just changed and thank you, Jack. Would you like to withdraw the question or leave it? Withdraw. What have you heard about the Mongols?
I've heard the Mongols were very brutal and they would take land very brutally.
What have you heard like the Mongols did? Like what did you hear about their customs and how they treated people?
Stand up! Objection. That is things that you have heard and not your own factual account. So, like, if Josie just, or if Attorney just said, oh, I heard this, am I going to go ahead and say, oh, that's a fact, and not at least question, oh, like, who did it come from? What was their, like, background, and what did they actually see? Who did they get it from?
Well, that leads to my earlier question of his conflicting advisors. If he had heard negative stuff about the Mongols, then some of the advisors would say that they're that they were very brutal and powerful, and you should submit to them, otherwise you'd be attacked. But if there's good stuff about the Mongols, then some of the advisors might think, oh wait, they're not that powerful, we can probably resist against them. So depending on his opinion and what he heard, it might have explained why he had such conflicting advisors.
Again, he said, depending on his opinion. Opinions are thoughts and feelings, and whatever you hear. If I hear Parker say, I like cheese, but she doesn't like cheese, well then I can't just go around and be like, Parker likes cheese. Like that's,
I do.
it doesn't make sense. I'm not first in the count, and he's not first in the count, so it doesn't make sense. And like this shouldn't be factual based on what you heard.
I would like to remind everyone of, I think it was Evan and Speed at this minute, it was like their battle tactics, like some of the battle tactics were like catching like,
Just give me a second.
so like, yeah, some of them were like I'm quoting the thing, if they could not capture it in this way, they could breathe fire, sometimes they even take the fat of the people they killed and melting it, throw, catapult it in, on the houses, and whoever the fire falls on is on this fat. Whoa. And whenever the fire falls on this fat, it is almost inextinguishable. And there's like another stuff where like it talks about
Just to clarify, we've already submitted this as evidence, right?
yes,
Okay,
I submitted it when I was.
I just want to make sure I have too many trials in my head.
So like there's just like if anybody would have written any part of it, it can be seen as very brutal and even as an ineffective way to like take over some land. So I just like to remind everybody of that.
So that was only used as a last resort. Their main tactics were like the Fang retreat, where they would take a retreat and then lead them into an area that was better for the Mongols, which is tactics, not barbarism. Also, encirclement, which was another tactic, which is not barbarism, where they would circle around the enemy to give the upper advantage. That's not just going in and running with the steps without like any tactics or like any plan.
Well, you're saying that facing the retreat, like if you're fighting someone and you just run off and hide in the corner and pretend like you're retreating, but then when they come around that corner, you go and beat them up. You're saying that that was strategy, that was just a strategy that is tricking them into giving the Mongols an upper hand advantage. So do you think it is?
All right, Your Honor, let's bring us back.
I will sustain constitution.
The original of this is hearsay. So. Well, you can't answer it now because it's hearsay.
They objected to the question of.
Yeah. Do you have another question that you could ask?
Would defense like to be confident?
Yes, John. What is your name?
Alvin Spencer.
What time were you alive?
I believe it was 12, 13, and 12:58. I think.
What was your relation to the Mongols?
My relation to the Mongols was that they were trying to take my land and they conquered me and brutally slaughtered me.
You ruled Baghdad, correct?
Correct?
The Abbasid Caliph was a theocracy, correct?
Correct.
So your government was based on religion, correct? Therefore, if someone has a different opinion than what your opinion is, then they get a lower rank, correct?
Correct.
Can you explain how this is not barbaric and ineffective?
Objection.
like we stated before, Your Honor, like barbarism is like opinionated, like so like we need to establish like the foundation of what you're trying to get across, this definition of barbarism and the effective administration before you can just jump in and ask him what he thinks it is, because he has no idea what you define it as.
Can we have a minute? Your Honor, may we have a second? Yes.
You were, your job position was to protect your people, correct?
Correct.
And you failed at that job, correct?
Correct.
So you might be bitter at the Mongols because of this, correct?
I'm mean, I'm dead, so.
But you were dead because you're an ineffective leader, correct?
Correct?
Objection! You're leading the witness by motion. Your honorable mention, judge. They told their witness what to say after he sent answers. Thank you. Yeah. What are you doing? We have it on live camera. Yeah, we have it on live camera. Badgering the witness. How? What? I asked questions, he answered, and then you guys objected.
Your Honor, it's clear that our witness is getting flustered by the situation because of the aggressive, quick nature of her questions. Our witness answered one way, just feeling in the moment, a certain way. But if he could just have a moment to catch his breath, she's berating him and not allowing him to answer the questions to the fullness of his extent.
Your Honor, I wait until he answers to ask the next question. Therefore, I'm not badgering him. He chooses to answer. So if he answers quick, that is not my problem. Thank you.
Well, also, you're shooting questions at him. Quick answers are quick answers, but just 5 questions. Let him take a breath after he answers it instead of having.
Make sure you're addressing the judge.
Instead of she should let him take a breath after answering it instead of just 5 questions at him. Because it was just so she asked the question, he answered, she asked the question, he answered. It's just gonna keep on getting quicker and quicker and more of exaggerating the witness and less of asking the witness questions.
Your Honor, I don't ask the question until he has answered. If he needs to take a breath, then he should take the breath. I shouldn't allow the time, he should allow himself that time. It's not my problem that he can't handle this.
Well, also, and argumentative, it says not making accusations or statements. You're accusing him of something.
I'm asking him a question. That doesn't mean I'm accusing him of anything. I asked a question and then he answered it.
Let's talk one at a time, please.
I asked him a question and he answered it. I'm not shooting statements at him. I'm asking questions so I can get more information on the topic.
For your last question, I was saying the reason why he lost was because of bad administration. That's making accusations by saying that he had a bad administration.
He can say no. I'm not making him say yes. He can say no. He can take a breath, he can say no. He's capable of this stuff. It shouldn't be my problem. Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, also, you need to give him time to think.
He can think on his own time. I'm not what's your name? What's your favorite color? I'm not like that. What you are. I'm just then I ask him. I'm not forcing you to answer. I'm just asking him a question. Then he answers.
How would we feel if we took a minute-long break?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. You're just staring at me awkwardly. How am I supposed to be like?
in prosecution's objection. Can you slow down?
Yes, I can slow down. What about my objection? No, I objected because you guys were leading your witness. They were shaking their heads after he had answered.
Well,
Yeah, we objected, but that was because you were like.
Maybe just remind the prosecution to not try and interfere with the witness's testimony.
And prosecution says this on him, but let's not leave.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Would you like to speak?
Yes. Now, can you explain how your people got ruled, got conquered if you were not ineffective?
It's because of the Mongols' brutal fighting style, and they didn't give me the chance to submit or not submit to the Mongols. So I was not prepared.
However, if the Mongols attacked you, then do you agree that your style and theocracy was not ineffective?
Can you repeat that question?
Can I just withdraw the question? No further questions.
The prosecution wants to give you redirect.
Can we have next week?
The prosecution wants to give you redirect.
So you were being murdered by the Mongols, correct?
Correct.
And your civilization was conquered by the Mongols, and they were all brutally killed. And the Mongols attacked you even when you didn't have enough time. You're putting questions on it.
Thank you.
At this time, prosecution, do you have any further witnesses?
No, we don't. No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. The prosecution rests. The defense ready to say out their
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense calls.
The defense called Marco Polo to the stand.
Marco Polo!
Your Honor, due
to the language that
you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I do.
Your Honor, due to the language barrier, maybe have an extra minute of leeway time, and it's later.
If you may.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hello, what is your name?
Marco Polo.
What was your role involving the Mongol Empire?
Redactor multi reseconsti desegriati studia planitia Rom, solo il governo di Kublai Khan. Sono stato anche inviato in numerosi missioni dell'impero mongolo. I made many detailed accounts of the Yuan dynasty under Kublai Khan's rule. I was also sent on many missions across the Mongol Empire.
How did you go on these missions across such a big area of land?
Oh, via Giasto, lungo la via de etc. I traveled across the Silk Road.
Silk Road, you said. Tell me more about it.
La via de etc. era una ruta comercial que atravesaba el Imperio Mongol. The Silk Road was a trading route that went through the Mongol Empire.
Did the Mongols help improve this trade route?
Sí, migliorarono I trasporti e le comunicazioni. Nel documento a noi pervenuto che gli imperatori Yuan mongoli costruirono canali per migliorare I trasporti e le comunicazioni. Yes, they improved the transportation and communication. In document 6 given to us, it said the Mongol Yuan emperors built canals to improve transportation and communication.
Did the laws of the Mongols...
Objection. Lack of foundation. We haven't submitted that evidence, so how would any of us know what that actually said?
There was no evidence provided.
He said document 6.
Can we maybe submit document 6?
Don't ask me.
Maybe we can get document 6. Can you please read that?
What part is reading?
I'm very happy. Can you please read the highlighted part of the article?
The Mongol Yuan emperors built canals to improve transportation and communication in China. Agriculture and craft production continued unabated.
So, did the laws of the Mongol Empire help stabilize this trade route, make it more useful?
Si la Harato la Torsoni Leotanti are infrangeri le regoli a causa della conseguenza.
Objection. That is opinion on if that was his opinion if the Mongol article finished. You didn't even hear what he said because he's speaking a different language. Maybe he said something that had to counteract that.
Question that had feelings to it. Y'all have been objecting the whole time about feelings.
I said, did the laws of the Mongol Empire help stabilize it? Because over time, when the Silk Road wasn't part of the Mongol Empire, there were bad people on it spreading chaos and terror. And the laws from the Mongol Empire helped to stabilize it and make it so that people would not do crime.
What
Beating public.
What evidence do you have to back that? And that is beyond the scope of the witness. How is he supposed to know if he wasn't the person that actually helped it? How is he supposed to know that was the Mongols and fully the Mongols that helped to do that? And that's what we can get.
May we withdraw my question? May I withdraw my question?
Yes.
How fast were messages able to traverse this road?
I messaggi utilizzavano il sistema YAM per viaggiare velocemente. Messaggi di segnanze travel fast.
How did they go so fast?
Il sistema YAM era un sistema postal utilizzato per facilitare la rapida trasmissione di messaggi. Il documento a noi permesso di leggere a ciascuno di questi fogli i messaggi servono 3 o 400 cavalli pronti ad attendere il loro comando.
The YAM system was a postal system used to facilitate the rapid transmissions of the messages. In document 8 given to us, it says, and at each of these posts, the messenger.
Objection, what is document A?
Like you have it like in tab. Document A is document A.
Well, can you not give me a
And
reminder?
we submit this as evidence.
Yes.
Can you please remind us what it is? If I have submitted it as evidence?
Did you submit it as evidence?
That's- No, we haven't submitted this one, have we?
No, we haven't. We have not. Document.
Gee, Judge.
Can we see this document? May you read it?
At each of these posts, the messengers use. And at each of these posts, the messengers find 300 or 400 horses in readiness, awaiting their command. But what advantage did the quickness and of this road give to the Mongols and other surrounding empires?
Emperor Mongols facilitated commerce to the multi-Venezuela de Satastras, Greece, Sesta Puerto Llano, Argento, Te, Police, Esti, Carta, e Tolveri Nassau.
The Mongol Empire facilitated the trade of many goods on the Silk Road, including silk, porcelain, gold, silver, seeds, furs, spices, paper, and gunpowder. So the Mongols' law system, named Yasa, helped make it safe. There was a relay system called the YAM system for faster, improved trade. The Mongols helped it spread new technology. I'm not. I'm just asking what you said.
So you have to summarize. You can't say correct at the end. You have to be like. So what would you
Summarize
please
it.
summarize it?
So would you please summarize everything you stated? You can speak English.
Go with English, go with English.
The Yasa was a law system that helped us keep the trade good, and there was many different goods traded on the Silk Road. And the YAM system was a relay message system that helped message travel fast across Mongol Empire.
No further questions, Your Honor.
What's wrong with you? Would prosecutors like to do a cross-examination? Yes. You're Marco Polo, correct? Correct. You served at the court of Kublai Khan in the third time Mongol ruled, correct? Correct. The Mongols, not just the Great Khan, placed themselves at the top of the empire's hierarchy and conquered subjects to bring below them, correct? Correct. Foreigners like yourself were used to indirect rule, isn't that true? But didn't you say, I would like to submit evidence. I would like to submit his original witness file.
Got you.
I would like to submit exhibit F, please.
Do you know where it's at in it?
Objection. She asked to submit it, but she was never given permission to submit said.
Literally not yes.
But she has to say, it's not.
I give her full acceptance to pull up exhibit when you ask.
Thank you.
Will you please read that out loud? During which time he was sent on
on numerous diplomatic and administrative missions across the Mongol Empire, providing him with a unique first-hand perspective on the vast territory governed by the Mongols.
So now would you say that foreigners like yourself are using the government for example?
We're using the government for what was the last question?
For ruling. Or for like diplomatic officials.
I wasn't used officially. I was sent on there, and I got a view of that.
Did you think that would be similar?
Could you please read this paragraph?
During his time in China, Mongols was given privileged access to the Khan's court and gained insight into the daily workings of the Mongol government and military. He observed pre-laws and administrative practices. His efforts to integrate Mongol and Chinese culture and the economic and political mechanisms that held the vast Mongol empire together.
So So would that make you an expert on like the Mongol government and leadership system? I would like to submit Exhibit G of evidence. You may submit evidence. Will you please read this out loud?
The Mongols keep their subjects in fear. Anyone who disagrees is swiftly and severely punished. While this brings obedience, it also means that people live in fear and are afraid to report when things go wrong.
Would you like to submit this as evidence as well?
May I submit Exhibit H?
Okay.
In battle, they destroy everything.
Speak loudly to the jury.
In battle, they destroy everything in their path. After they have
She didn't say yes.
Yes, she did.
Guys, and we take evidence. Actually, I didn't do anything. Yeah, she didn't do anything. Hey, because the time's up. The time's up. She didn't do anything. That doesn't mean that you guys can just proceed.
Is the time over?
Yes, it is.
It's like 15 seconds over.
And like, yeah.
So aren't you allowed to do final questions?
Yeah, but you can't read it. She never said that you guys could submit that evidence. Final question.
Couple minutes.
Your Honor.
Exhibit H of evidence.
Order.
May I please submit Exhibit H of evidence?
Final question.
Wait, is that a question to the witness?
So you want to submit this and then ask him one final question? Is that, Your Honor, is that okay if she has him read this and ask one clarifying question?
Yes. In battle, they destroy everything in their path. After they've captured the city, they gather up the heads of all the people and build towers and schools to serve as warring towers.
Yeah, one question.
So your first-hand account shows that the Mongols did barbaric things, correct?
No, because barbaric is like, we don't, what is your definition of barbaric? Because to me, it is unwarned, and unwarned, it says that you're at the warning to others.
Which one? No further questions.
No further questions. That's not a question.
And Your Honor, before we go our recap, we have a minute to off with our witness. Thank you.
You still want to do your witness and then do your read that. You just said yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes me
Oh, they did it. They did it. Yeah, they did it. They do it. They did it because we just want to like get together and make sure we're all together. Yeah. Plus they did it. Oh wait.
Little too loud, little too loud, little too loud. So you witnessed the Mongols actually. You saw how they informed something correct. They utilized the jump site, the immune system, and then the vaccine, correct?
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe, wait. You traveled the Silk Road and saw the advancements that the Mongol Empire gave to the Silk Road, correct? The Yasa system was implied by the Mongols, correct? Correct. The Yan system was implied by the Mongols, correct? Correct. These systems helped make the Silk Road more peaceful, correct? Correct. And these led to the Pax Mongolica, correct? Correct. What is the Pax Mongolica?
The Pax Mongolica is like a piece that grew up on the Mongols.
Does the definition of peace line up with the definition of barbarism? No. We're done, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. May Marco Polo step down from the stand?
Thank you, Michael Poe.
You're on.
We're gonna have it 2 minutes. Great.
So if you need to go use your restroom, you have 2 minutes. Get quick, right? I don't know if it shows that, does it? I don't know.
That's how many people are watching.
We got 3 viewers!
Who are they?
Who's watching?
I think my mom's one of them, my dad, my
Hi, viewers.
Hi.
You're not even in the screen.
I know.
No, it shows you saying something, but I can't see it.
We know, can you
I don't know how.
I'm in the very
I'm afraid to click something and like lose it all.
Well, then you can start again. Yeah, just and
Like a prequel.
You can have this be the prequel and then just go down.
Just see extra, bro.
There's
3 people watching.
I
Wait,
want to go.
Already.
Comment if you're watching. Comment your name if you're watching.
I turn off comments.
Why?
Why?
I'm so pale.
My mom.
Yeah, you did. Let me see the cat. I can see my face.
No, they did it all.
She turned off comments.
Yeah.
Why?
There's 3 viewers.
We have 3 viewers.
Yeah.
Hi. You're too short. It's quiet. I'm not talking about that, but
Grab a seat. So confused. What? No. Decorum. I'll remind us that we are in a courtroom. We need to behave accordingly. Make sure that we are speaking clearly for the jury. Jury, make sure in those moments where you have a second, you're jotting down some notes, chatting with your neighbor about kind of what you're understanding. If you have questions, get this clarification. But we also want to make sure that we're not influencing anything that's going on in the courtroom. So everyone needs to be a little bit aware of their own body language and things that they're doing to influence each other, right? We're going to move into, I don't know where our judge is, but we're going to move into our next witness. Defense, will you please call your next witness?
Your Honor, may we call item number 2 stand. Raise your right hand. We swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
All right, you may proceed.
What's your name?
My name is Ivan First, and some know me as Money Bag or Todia.
What was your job in Russian?
My job in Russian history was to turn Moscow from a small principality into the strongest power in Russia and to serve as their chief tax collector.
How did you do that?
I gained the trust of the Golden Horde, serving as their chief tribute collector, which gave me authority over rival princes. The Khan entrusted me with the duty of gathering tribute from the other princes and delivering it faithfully to the fort. In this way, I kept peace among the quarrelsome lands of Russia, and none dared resist when I carried this Khan's authority.
Can you elaborate?
Just have 1 second, Your Honor.
Yes.
Ready.
May we withdraw that question?
Yes, you may.
What agreement did you make with the Mongols?
The agreement I made with the Mongols was simple yet powerful. I would collect tribute from the lands of Russia and deliver it faithfully gone with the golden horn. So I gave them gold and they gave me power.
How did the Mongols impact your rule over Russia?
The Mongols did not grant me a gold, but they confirmed it. So long as I delivered their tribute faithfully, I remained Grand Prince of Moscow and Vladimir, free to govern my people, expand my land, and strengthen the church. In truth, their role gave me more power over rival princes than I had before.
Objection. A lot of these questions, have been narratives, which meaning that they go on and on and on, but that should just like short, like quick,
I think the interpretation objection is like withdraw the Can you say that again? Would you like to withdraw the question or reword it? Reword it. How did the power you had impact you?
So long as I delivered the Mongols tribute faithfully, I remained the Grand Prince of Moscow and Vladimir.
What would you call that type of government?
I'd say that this is a very effective type of government.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The prosecution likes to do cross-examination.
Your name is Ivan Cleaner or Moneybags, correct?
Yes.
Do you recall Moneybags because of how rich you got from the Mongols, correct?
Correct.
So you very strongly benefited from the Mongols taking over Russia.
Correct.
And why did some of your people end up fleeing? Would you like to something?
Ready?
I don't know anything about
We're ahead, Your Honor.
Some people.
Could you restate the question just for all of us? I apologize.
So, is it true that some of your people ended up fleeing due to the fact that they could not pay their taxes?
It is true, but we had those taxes because they made our country better.
But it wasn't the people's fault that they didn't get paid enough for doing their jobs, that they had to like pay the same amount that other people had to. Do you want me to rephrase the question? So it wasn't the people's fault that the government didn't pay them enough. So why should they have to suffer?
Objection, that's badgering the witness.
So you're asking, I mean, I think it's called for speculation. You're forcing, I've included to speculate as to why people in the country are doing the things that they're doing. Ivan is simply trying to create a powerful nation and is doing what he believes is best for his empire.
But in doing it, he's making the richer. In doing it, he's making the richer people get richer and the poorer people get poorer. It's not their fault that they started out poor and they have to suffer more to the fact that they can't even live with the people that they love and in their home where they were born.
How does this have to do with the Mongols being barbarian?
Well,
It doesn't. That's the answer.
The Mongols were the people that made them pay those tributes, and that shows that they might not have cared about the people that they had conquered, because they probably saw that was happening and knew that the population was slowly diminishing because of the tributes that they made them pay. It wasn't Ivan Toledo that made them pay it; it was the Mongols that made them pay those tributes.
I should say you make it.
Can I have a second, please?
If I not at my witness, that's reading them with the question. I don't know the questions they're gonna ask. I'm just giving my encouragement. I thought we were uplifting others. I'm uplifting others. No, actually, he did. They brought my ice for Americans.
All right, you're on.
So you were trying to implement the will of the Mongols, correct? Meaning that you were trying to carry out what the Mongols told you to do. in your witness file, Your Honor, can you please submit her witness file?
Do you know where it is in it? Sorry.
I read that, or should
I'll just have Ivan read it.
Can you please read the highlighted part?
While he may not have supported the brutal tactics the Mongols used in their initial conquest, Ivan saw the benefits of aligning with the Golden Horde.
So you said yourself that you did not support the brutal tactics of the Mongols, correct? But you still forced your people to pay the tariff even if you didn't support that basic rule.
I didn't force them to pay the tariff. If they, If they, the reason why some of the people stayed was because they. Objection narrative.
Yes, the witness keeps going on and on about saying that that's narrative. Objection narrative. It says witnesses should give fairly short answers and not go on and on.
You're the ones who were making the questions that makes her go on and on.
I didn't
Had it that she made the people pay. Made the people pay the tariff.
Yeah, it's just answering.
She's just saying she didn't force them to, and then you cut her off saying, "Oh, they're gonna say one extra sentence after this. That's narrative. 2 sentences, no narrative."
Yeah.
She said,
Your Honor, we clearly asked a clarifying yes or no question. The witness is trying to take our question into an entirely different direction. We need clarity within this. We clearly have already established this foundation. Is it a yes or a no? Do you force your population to collect these taxes or not? We don't need this narrative, Your Honor.
Your Honor, they never said correct after.
I did indeed say correct. I said, is it true that you forced your people to pay the tariff? Correct? How can you
That
say
doesn't
it?
make sense. Is it true? And then I
Did
correct
you
it
force
again.
your people to pay the tariff?
If you're saying, is it true?
Address the judge. Address the judge.
So, if attorney
Call it.
is saying, is it true, correct? She is implying that it is a true statement, but she said at the same time in the same sentence, she's asking if it is correct, implying it could be a true or a false, and getting mad that the witness is not saying correct. Your Honor, may I please rephrase my question? So, did you have your people pay the tribute? No further.
Would defense like to do a review there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ivan, you ruled over all of Moscow, correct?
Correct.
And in ruling Moscow, you gained a lot of power, correct?
Correct.
And now the power of the Kievan Rus moved from Kiev to Moscow, correct?
Correct.
And so over time, Moscow emerged as a global power because of this, correct? Because much of Russia had broken into all these principalities, and so now power is being centered in Moscow, correct? This seems like a pretty effective system, and the Mongols helped you promote this system, correct?
Correct.
So therefore, the Mongols allowed you to govern your empire effectively, correct?
Correct.
No further questions, Your Honor. May the witness please step down?
Oh, yeah. Your Honor, may the witness please step down?
Yes. Thank you, I was adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alright, take just 30 seconds. Jury, which witnesses have been most compelling so far? Ready?
Raise your right hand. No. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Sit down. What is your name? My name is Kublai Khan. How do you relate to the Mongols? I am the grandson of Genghis Khan and the emperor of the Yuan dynasty. What are some of the good things you did? I made foreign traders exempt from taxation. I also combined the Mongol Empire with the Chinese dynasty and created the Pax Mongolica. I restored the economy by replacing tax merchants and agents with Chinese companies. No, can you add a little more? I took part of the civil service exam, which is if you did well on it, you got key positions in the government. In what ways were you civilized or not barbaric? I allowed religious freedom throughout the Mongols, and our government, meritocracy, was very fair and unbiased because it was not based on social status or who you were born to, because it depends on how loyal and smart you are, the higher up you are in the government. Can you elaborate? We were strategists, and we did not rule with just brute force, taking over nations with our smarts and not with unmercy. Can you please explain? We use strategies such as fade retreat, encirclement, and composite roads. Can you summarize your statement? Yes. I was the emperor of the Yuan dynasty. I restored the economy, and I combined the Mongol Empire with the Chinese dynasty, creating the Pax Mongolica. I allowed religious freedom throughout the Mongols, and our government meritocracy was fair. We were strategists, and we did not rule against brute force. Thank you. No further questions. Thank you, Your Honor. It sounds to me like you really got here. You work with those live on, correct? Correct. Can you speak a little bit louder, attorney? Yeah. You make it big. What was your connection to the Mongols? I was the emperor of the Yuan dynasty and the grandson of Genghis Khan. How did you gain power to become the Mongol-led Yuan dynasty ruler? I was the grandson of Genghis Khan. You led the Yuan dynasty with a hierarchy, correct? Correct. Well, a meritocracy. Well, a social hierarchy. Yes, correct. And you put the majority of the people at the bottom of the social hierarchy, correct? They had chances to rise up. Yeah, but in the social hierarchy, when you ruled the Yuan dynasty, you put the majority at the bottom of the social hierarchy. Correct. And you did have revolutions because of the majority at the bottom of the social hierarchy were angry at you, correct? Correct. And you did have to change the rules and administration because of these revolutions, correct? Yes. so you want dynasty was less than 100 years. Objection. You're badgering a witness. You're asking question after question with no time to breathe.
May I be heard? That isn't considered badgering. You were asking very difficult questions and very slow questions. That is just considered like asking questions. And again, you argued that he was answering quickly. He's answering very quickly, and he is actually taking a breath and thinking about the questions before you got. You were just going blah 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 blah.
That's not true. I was also thinking about the questions. You're in very similar pieces, so as you called mine, I thought it was fair to object to theirs because I was taking a breath in between questions, giving them time to think, and they objected to mine, and the objection was sustained. Now I'm objecting to theirs because he's badgering. Quick questions, even if it's a quick answer, you get quick answers to me, and still, it was an objection. So thank you for letting me be heard, Your Honor.
How quick was your breath?
And then asking Attorney Hahn, correct? Oh, sorry.
My breath was a lot slower than his. Whatever. Whenever Attorney Ong objected to him back to the witness, he looked off at her and said, true. And now he has the exact same side saying that's not true. They are counteracting their own, like, he is saying true, they're saying not true. But he just admitted he was badgering her. Well, yes, you did. You got me to breath Has anyone else heard this? I have. Of course you have. Of course I'm going to hear it.
Your Honor, sustain or overrule the objection.
So how long was the long dynasty? It was less than 100 years, correct?
Correct.
And could you say this? And wait, you did say this. So I have heard that one can conquer the empire on horseback.
Are you submitting evidence?
We said that.
Oh wait, never mind. Yes, we are submitting evidence. We would like to submit evidence. It's a quote on many sources.
Would you like to have Google Conference read this?
From the computer.
Yes. You.
I have heard that one can conquer the empire on horseback, but one cannot govern it on horseback.
You have a question about it?
Could you say that quote?
Yes.
And could you please summarize that quote for us?
One can conquer an empire on horseback, so they can take over an empire, but they cannot govern an empire through like horseback through horse.
And this quote does show you submitting to the bad governing, even though you had really good war tactics. You couldn't rule over your Yuan dynasty very well.
Can we have just like 5 seconds? Sure.
And then just ask him.
last question. Final question. Yes.
Yes. What? Can you rephrase this question?
No. We can ask to rephrase. Can I ask to rephrase, Your Honor?
You already asked your last question. You can't have. Yeah, we can rephrase it. The witness even agrees to it.
Already have it. You responded with an answer.
But the
You
witness.
responded with an answer. Therefore, there is no need to rephrase the
Thank
question.
you, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Just to recap, you restored the economy. Yes. Correct. You created the Pax Mongolica.
Yes.
You allowed religious freedom. Correct. You were strategists who did not rule just brute force. Correct. No further. Okay. And the witness please step up. Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We are calling Genghis Khan. You have to embarrass yourself, you know? I would just like to say that he is going up to the thing on horseback, and this is like the government thing.
Okay, Steve, you want me to re-walk up here or something?
No, just,
Let's escort the horse.
I'll escort the horse.
Embarrass yourself.
He's a wild one.
It broke his head earlier.
You saw me trying to speak the truth and the whole truth and nothing. Yeah, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I knew. You made it out. You got it.
Okay,
Are you ready to begin?
yes, thank you, Your Honor. What is your name?
Genghis Khan.
What was your position in the Mongol society?
I was the leader of the Mongol society from 1206 to August 1227.
Can you tell me more about that?
I led the Mongols for about 20 years and conquered many territories in that time.
How did you rule?
I ran a meritocracy, meaning your power was based off qualifications.
How did the generation before you rule?
The generation before me ruled based off of family.
What were your intentions as leader?
To expand the Mongol Empire and improve it.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Would prosecution like to go ahead with the conversation?
Yes.
Are you ready to proceed?
Yes. You killed 40 million people, correct? This question lacks foundation. How can you prove that he killed 40 million? Plus, you're leading him to say that's a correct question. He can't say, oh no, I actually only killed. You already got 40. So we Will you give us a chance to pull up the document that shows the people that the Mongols as an empire killed? Your Honor, they didn't ask to submit it before their question. It doesn't matter. Just let him. Joey, why does it matter? It doesn't. That's okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
If you may open up the document.
Thank you. No, it's not. I think this document. No, that was that
You're telling me to do this?
No, that's not Mars, but that's not the best. It's the big one. No, like is it like you can add it all up. That's not actually 40 million.
My math check had wrong, but that's not out of
Okay, well, how do we know that? Your Honor. Your Honor, may I please be heard when you get the chance?
Yeah, you didn't know. And you have, so I'm expecting it to come along.
Jury.
Your Honor, may I please be heard? Yes. So they objected that was not 40 million people, but the one in Russia, it just said few survivors, and the one in and then the other one in Russia said no survivors. So you don't know how many people they killed there, but that's probably more than like all the people they killed in all of the other ones. So you can assume that it was like adding up to like something like that.
And, Your Honor, if you would read on the top of document 4, this table filled out by a biased person, and it's obviously biased, and so it shouldn't even be real. It's gonna be biased. For this reason, I don't have every 4 right now. I don't know what you're talking about. Here you go.
But again, another thing is that there are multiple sources if you look up, and that might be what sources doing. I'm not sure which these days. Yeah, if you look up, there are multiple sources that said they killed 40 million people, and so you don't need to assume anything based on that. And numbers are numbers. I didn't know numbers.
They are assuming numbers. They said that few and no survivors, but they're assuming is the law. You can't just assume facts. It's not how it works.
I also just started pulling them.
Yeah, he's one. Well, she doesn't have a computer, so she can't really see it. Yeah, I didn't.
So can we just have 30 seconds to find this information?
I'll give you 25.
Ask David.
They're talking directly to the judge. They have to ask questions.
Well, no, because this was really off of your
No, but you should submit this as evidence.
Yeah, you have to submit it as evidence.
Also, just really quickly, I'll say, can you say the name of the video?
DMU guys. science have to do with
Yeah.
there's a lot that science connected.
Yeah, but they can find like the bones and like bodies and like stuff.
Can you just
Go. That's 11 years. That's a lot of time. That's the Mongols were way over 11 years. Yeah, the Mongols were like more than 11 years. Yeah, but they can find order. Your Honor,
Okay. Mike, keep it going, because we're down to 5 minutes.
In 11 years, they could find a different source that was of the dead bodies, so they're kind of just assuming it was from the Mongols, just, so you know. Thank you. Well, even if it was not 40 million, the amount of people they killed is still drastic. So if we can just move on to off of like the 40 million and just picture on those numbers, even those numbers itself are drastic. 1 million, I think that's a million, yeah. 1 million people in like one war, like in my opinion, that's a lot. That's in your opinion. Okay, no. Can we move on to the next question? Your Honor, may I please be heard? Yes. First of all, that's her opinion. Second of all, historically, that's not like too much. There were definitely way more historical wars and like political things that happened. What? Example? Holocaust. Yeah, but now, can we please move on to the next question so we don't run out of time?
I could say defense.
Thank you.
Do you want to restate or withdraw?
Withdraw the question. May I proceed?
Yes, you may.
Can I submit document 5?
Yes, you may. Isn't it something?
This one.
Yeah. Okay, so bring this down. The Mongols buried people alive and upside down, as shown in document 5, correct?
Correct.
Is it true that you felt excessively just as a way of intimidation as discussed in the bio?
Correct.
May I submit document 3?
Oh, really quickly, I have a question. First of all, who was the painting made by? Also, there are clearly words in the ground. For all it could say, it could be like "this is a lie," blah blah blah. We have no idea what their intentions were.
Well, we have our witness here who I hope can read it, because I don't think I can read that.
It also says,
Yeah, he's Mongolian, he doesn't read over.
it also says it is a scene from a Persian manuscript showing the execution of a prisoner by a Mongol soldier. So like it's like something that like happened, like people then like witnessed like the thing like happening, witnessed people being hung in trees and shot with arrows and people being buried alive.
I was prepared to translate.
What's that?
I was prepared to translate without.
We can't translate that.
Your Honor, has been translated from a Persian manuscript and is republished in 1993 by the BBC. I don't think you guys understand how long history is and how short 1990 is in history. So,
Your Honor, I would like to say that the Persians were taken over.
bring it up in your redirect. Bring it up in your redirect.
Oh,
Right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, wait, have we already submitted documents?
yes, we have. It was documented.
Yeah, we did. Okay. Genghis Khan, did you use the guts and other parts of the people you killed and your people to slingshot at cities to kill more people? As it says in document 3. No. What? That's not here.
I haven't read that yet.
We already submitted it.
Yes,
I haven't submitted it.
Oh, wait, did y'all?
Yeah, we have already submitted it.
Can I read the evidence before you ask me a question on this?
Which part was it?
The part where document 3 about the guts.
The Greek fire.
Oh my bad, you guys, I accidentally let the clock go.
Just do like 3.
Hold on.
Okay, I changed my answer. Correct. Okay. You killed the mass population of the civilizations you conquered, correct? Correct. As it says in the Genghis Khan section of the Witness Handbook, did people often talk about your brutal military tactics?
Just so you know, you only have 1 minute.
No,
This is your last question. This is your last question. I realize
Okay, so, did you say the greatest joy for a man is to defeat his enemies, to drive them before him, to take from them all they possess, to see those they love and fear, to ride their horses, and to hold their wives and daughters in his arms as well towards his neck? Correct. No further questions, Your Honor.
that was open.
No further questions. All right. We will have our redirect tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's a normal schedule. All right. Then we'll have closing arguments tomorrow. I need help getting my room cleaned up. Please go with paper, jury. Y'all got so much to do. Are you ready? I need everybody bring in the tables, please. Let's get Chromebooks put away. Yours now. So will you collect all those footboards for me, please? Normal close tomorrow. Normal close tomorrow. Hey, say bye, YouTube. Bye.